Faith and doubt go hand in hand. They are complementaries. One who never doubts will never truly believe. Without words, without writing, and without books, there would be no history. There could be no concept of humanity. Words cannot express the joy of new life. Some of us think holding on makes us strong, but sometimes it is letting go. My real self wanders elsewhere, far away, wanders on and on invisibly, and has nothing to do with my life. Art is the contemplation of the world in a state of grace. Often it is the most deserving people who cannot help loving those who destroy them. You are willing to die, you coward, but not to live. All life is a breath exhaled by God. All dying is a breath inhaled by God. How could I fail to be a lone wolf and an uncouth hermit, as I did not share one of its aims, nor understand one of its pleasures? Writing is good, thinking is better, cleverness is good, patience is better. You have to try the impossible to achieve the possible. If time is not real, then the dividing line between this world and eternity, between suffering and bliss, between good and evil, is also an illusion. Any attempt to replace a personal conscience by a collective conscience does violence to the individual and is the first step toward totalitarianism. You are only afraid if you are not in harmony with yourself. Everyone can perform magic. Everyone can reach his goals. If he is able to think, if he is able to wait, if he is able to fast. Theory is knowledge that doesn't work. Practice is when everything works, and you don't know why. I have always thirsted for knowledge. I have always been full of questions. Yes, I am going into the woods. I am going into the unity of all things. Within you there is a stillness and sanctuary to which you can retreat at any time and be yourself. Love your suffering. Do not resist it. Do not flee from it. It is only your aversion to it that hurts, nothing else. He had loved and he had found himself. Most people love to lose themselves. Each man had only one genuine vocation, to find the way to himself. Learn what is to be taken seriously, and laugh at the rest. I will no longer mutilate and destroy myself in order to find a secret behind the ruins. To achieve the possible, we must attempt the impossible again and again. The river taught us how to listen with a silent heart, with a waiting open soul. I live in my dreams. That's what you sense. Other people live in dreams, but not in their own. That's the difference. I have been and still am a seeker, but I have ceased to question stars and books. I have begun to listen to the teaching my blood whispers to me. But your questions, which are unanswerable without exception, all spring from the same erroneous thinking. When we hate a person, what we hate in his image is something inside ourselves. Whatever isn't inside us can't excite us. Everything becomes a little different as soon as it is spoken out loud. A longing to wander tears my heart when I hear trees rustling in the wind at evening. An enlightened man had but one duty: to seek the way to himself, to reach inner certainty, to grope his way forward, no matter where it led. Making music together is the best way for two people to become friends. A house without books is a poor house, even if beautiful rugs are covering its floors, and precious wallpapers and pictures cover its walls. Each man's life represents a road toward himself. Only the ideas that we really live have any value. Each man's life represents a road toward himself, an attempt at such a road, the intimation of a path. No man has ever been entirely and completely himself. Loneliness is the way by which destiny endeavors to lead man to himself. When you like someone, you like them in spite of their faults. When you love someone, you love them with their faults. Oh, love isn't there to make us happy. I believe it exists to show us how much we can endure. Beauty does not bring happiness to the one who possesses it, but to the one who loves and admires it. Because the world is so full of death and horror, I try again and again to console my heart and pick the flowers that grow in the midst of hell. To be able to throw oneself away for the sake of a moment, to be able to sacrifice years for a woman's smile that is happiness. Chaos demands to be recognized and experienced before letting itself be converted into a new order. To nobody can you communicate in words and teachings what happened to you in your hour of enlightenment. No permanence is ours. We are a wave that flows to fit whatever form it finds. Youth ends when egotism does. Maturity begins when one lives for others. Opinions mean nothing. They may be beautiful or ugly, clever or foolish. Anyone can embrace or reject them. Happiness is love, nothing else. In every truth, the opposite is equally true. A truth can only be expressed and enveloped in words if it is one-sided. Seriousness is an accident of time. It consists of putting too high a value on time. In eternity there is no time. Eternity is a moment, just long enough for a joke.